Hey everybody, welcome to day 24 part 2. Yesterday I put out a video on isometric work using just 2 cans. Give it a try, it will kick your butt. So let's add to that a little bit. It's not just the things that I mentioned in that video as far as getting tight, squeezing the can, shoulders down, techniques in the body. It's also how you use your breath, how you do each rep. It's called proprioception. It's the awareness of the body. Again, I hate to keep doing this, guys, but the things that we do in the morning with the meditation isn't just about some esoteric meditation thing for some spiritual insight. It's not. It actually has to do with your attention. If you want the most practical benefit to meditation, it's called paying attention, because the average person in America today can pay attention for about 8 seconds. So if you want to train your attention, I promise you that it maps onto everything else you do, including exercising. It's the brain's ability to get into the body and pay attention to what the body's actually doing. Instead of the constant chatter in your brain, it's about saying, what am I doing? How do I put my attention into what I'm trying to do right now, which is, what are my shoulders doing? What is my neck doing? What are my wrists doing? What is my breath doing? That is not to say that there aren't things to be discovered about the nature of your mind and your body. And if you've been following the meditations, I think you'll agree that the contemplations are making you realize certain things about your mind, your body, etc., that most of you have never thought about before. And you've been giving me comments on that, and I appreciate that. But the bottom line, guys, if you want the most practical thing, train your attention. So speaking of which, let's refine these techniques a little bit. So if we're talking about contracting something, so if we're talking about contracting your bicep, if we're talking about pinching your shoulder blades back, bringing those shoulders down and back, squeezing the scapula together, on the contraction, focus on the exhale, and exhale. You'll notice that as you exhale, what happens to your abdomen? Now, if you've been following the breath work we've been doing in meditation, you know that after day 20, we start doing some interesting things with our abdomen. But you can't really start doing these things with your abdomen if you don't know how to breathe diaphragmically. That's why it's called training. People start to do these advanced techniques without knowing the basics. It's like you're trying to sprint before you know how to crawl. Now, even in this 40-day challenge, the progressions I'm doing in the breath work are fast. But I do believe that if people practice and do it each day, you'll begin to make this mind-body connection. That's why we do the meditation first. Practice attention, get the body ready to pay attention to what we're doing in the breath work. And the benefit of the breath work isn't just for your immune system. It's for everything, guys. I promise you, you start to use your breath alongside how you move when you exercise. It's going to map onto how you breathe throughout the whole day. You want that nice, skinny, small waist? I'll put a link up here to a video of me buying pants the day after Christmas or something like that, when everybody else is like popping out of their pants. You want a waist like that? Part of it is, how do you use your breath? Part of it is, how do I pull that abdomen in nice and strong using those transverse abdominals? So again, watch this. Go ahead, flex a muscle. Contract your bicep hard. Go ahead, do it. Now, as you contract, just exhale and feel your abdomen contract, getting all the air out. There's a lot of air in there. Squeeze as hard as you can. Okay, you'll start to notice, man, that's some hard abdomen work right there. That's a really tough abdominal work. Don't just squeeze it now. Just now pull the belly button in toward the spine. Ready? Okay, so now imagine when you're doing your abdominal work, the things that I showed you guys in previous videos, imagine doing those things, making your rib cage short, pulling that in, getting real tight. It all matters. But it's coming from the breath. It's getting the air out. And again, most people need to exhale more. We're over breathers. We don't need more breathing, right? You need breathing. You need to take those deep breaths if you're going to do a really heavy set, right? Really heavy couple reps. Breathe, brace the abdomen, and you load, okay? When it comes to contracting, right? So if I'm doing abdominal work, if I'm really focusing on doing some accessory work, I'm thinking, you hear? Helps me contract the muscles even harder. Using those tips with what I showed yesterday with the isometric work, where you're using things like your grip to help tighten up those muscles. Add the breath in, guys. And if you haven't started trying out the meditations in the morning, I suggest you do, because I promise you, those 40 days, if you do them, you're gonna learn a lot about breath work. You're gonna learn a lot about your mind, your body, a whole bunch of things, and your attention will be ultra, ultra refined. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Hope you liked the video. Give me a thumbs up. Please share. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Check out my part 3 video where a doctor is talking about vitamin D3 yesterday. He says nobody's talking about vitamin D3 and why black people seem to be dying so much. Except you heard me talking about it from day 1, baby. Anyway, check out that video because I got a bunch of stuff to say about some recent treatments in COVID-19 and how maybe we need to start switching that narrative up a little bit within the next few days. All right, everybody. Have a good day.